the burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see. O Lord, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? Cry out unto thee violence, and thou wilt not save. Why dost thou show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence before me, and there are raise up strife and contention. Therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Behold ye among the heathen, and regard, and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days. Ye will not believe, though it be told. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadths of the land, to possess the dwelling places not theirs. They are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves. Their horses also are swifter than the leopards, and are more sharp than the evening wolves. And their horsemen shall spread themselves, and their horsemen shall come from far. They shall fly as the eagle hasteth to eat. They shall come all for violence. The supping up of their faces toward the east wind. And they shall gather the captivity as the sand. And they shall scoff at the kings, and the princes a scorn unto them. They shall deride every stronghold, for they shall heap dust and take it. Then shall mind change, and he shall pass over and offend. This his power unto his God. Thou not from everlasting, O Lord my God, my Holy One? We shall not die. O Lord, thou hast ordained them for judgment. And O rock, thou hast founded for correction. Of purer eyes than to behold evil, and canst not look on iniquity. Wherefore lookest thou upon them that deal treacherously? Holdest thy tongue when the wicked devoureth the man that is more righteous than he, and makest men as the fishes of the sea, as the creeping things, that no ruler over them. They take up all of them with the angle. They catch them in their net and gather them in their drag. Therefore they rejoice and are glad. Therefore they sacrifice unto their net, and burnt incense unto their drag, because by them their portion fat, and their meat fat. Shall they therefore empty their net, and not spare continually to slay the nations? I will stand upon my watch, and set me upon the fenced place, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer upon my reproof. And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak, and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul is lifted up, is not upright in him. But the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth he at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth, is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Because of men's bloods, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the palm of the hand. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned thy soul. For the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. Woe to him that buildeth a town with bloods, and stablisheth a city by iniquity. Behold, it not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire? and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle, and makest drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing on thy glory. For the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoil of beasts made them afraid, because of man's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. What profiteth the graven image, that the maker thereof hath graven it? The molten image, and a teacher of lies. That the fashioner of his fashion trusteth therein, to make dumb idols. Woe unto him that saith to the wood, Awake! To the dumb stone, Arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and no breath at all in the midst of it. But the Lord in his holy temple. Be silent, all the earth before him. A prayer of Habakkuk the prophet upon Sigionoth. O Lord, I have heard thy report, was afraid. O Lord, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years make known. In wrath remember mercy. God came from Teman, and the Holy One from Mount Paran. Selah. His glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. And brightness was as the light. He horns out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. Before him went the pestilence, and burning coals went forth at his feet. He stood and measured the earth. He beheld and drove asunder the nations, and the everlasting mountains were scattered. The perpetual hills did bow, his ways everlasting. I saw the tents of Cushan in affliction, and the curtains of the land of Midian did tremble. Was the Lord displeased against the rivers? thine anger against the rivers, thy wrath against the sea, that thou didst ride upon thy horses, thy chariots of salvation? Thy bow was made quite naked to the oaths of the tribes. Word, Salah. Thou didst cleave the earth with rivers. The mountains saw thee, they trembled. The overflowing of the water passed by. The deep uttered his voice, lift up his hands on high. The sun, moon stood still in habitation. At the light of thine arrows they went. At the shining of thy glittering spear. Thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst thresh the heathen in anger. Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, for salvation with thine anointed. Thou woundest the head out of the house of the wicked. Making naked the foundation unto the neck. Salah. Thou didst strike through with his staves the head of his villages. They were tempestuous as a whirlwind to scatter me. Their rejoicing as to devour the poor secretly. Thou didst walk through the sea with thy horses, the heap of great waters. When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. Although the fig tree shall not blossom, neither fruit in the vines, the labor of the olive shall lie, and the fields shall yield no meat. The flock shall be cut off from the fold, and there no herd in the stalls. Yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will joy in the God of my salvation. The Lord God, my strength. And he will make my feet like hinds. And he will make me to walk upon my high places. To the chief singer on my Neginoth,